Johnny Murray here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today, we got to talk about the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remake. Elder Scrolls 4, man, this is such a huge, idea. This is a huge idea. This is a huge possibility. This is a very realistic possibility, and that's what we're going to get into today, because recently there's been a lot of smoke, a lot of credibility, a lot of sources, a lot of insiders saying that we could be getting the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remake sooner rather than later, and we have a bunch of just information and details about what this remake can actually be, and it just gets me super duper excited because this is going to be huge if it happens. I mean, Oblivion is just one of the best RPGs ever, so the fact that we may be getting a remake is honestly quite mind-blowing. But we're going to talk about it. But if you guys love video games, doesn't matter what you love, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, third-party, PC, VR, indie, whatever it may be, consider subscribing and sharing with your friends. We cover video games daily on this channel, and I'd love for you guys to be part of it. And thank you for all the support, especially supporting this video right here. But without further ado, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, man. Whoa. So this all started because at the beginning of the year, there was a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation that there was an Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remaster that was going to be announced at the Xbox Developer Direct, or it was just going to come out later in the year or be announced at the June showcase. Well, that obviously didn't end up happening. The surprise thing ended up being Ninja Gaiden 4 as well as Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is the remake. So then it kind of sat this whole momentum thing down for a while, and everyone was like, okay, well, let's just wait and see what ends up happening with the Oblivion remake. Well, as of yesterday, sources and insiders started going crazy about the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remake, saying that it was going to be announced within the next few weeks, it was going to release within the next month, and this was kind of just out of nowhere, but at the same time, the amount of information we have about this game, the amount of people that are agreeing with this and saying that this information is correct, and honestly, the way this makes sense, I'm honestly to the point where, granted, this isn't confirmed, this isn't in concrete or anything, but I'm to the point where I'm almost guaranteeing this is going to happen. And so we're going to talk about it, and I'm just super duper excited for you because, honestly, I'm a big Elder Scrolls fan. I love Skyrim. I've never actually played Oblivion, so if this actually ends up coming true, this is going to be so huge and so awesome for me. But then also, I just know Oblivion is great. Weirdly enough, I've played Morrowind. I haven't beat Morrowind, but I've played Morrowind. Oblivion's just the one I haven't played. But nonetheless, I love RPGs. I love Xbox. And I love Bethesda, and so this is just a winning thing here. Like, I don't see how any way this goes wrong or how this is bad unless the remake is butchered. In which case, what we're about to talk about, it sounds pretty good. So let's go ahead and jump into the details that we know. So the Oblivion remake is supposedly going to be an Oblivion anniversary remake. So they're going to be releasing it in for its anniversary, which I'm not sure what that is. I think it came out in like 2006, March. So in March, if it is announced in March, there you go. I don't know if it's a 20-year anniversary. It might be 20-year anniversary, but 2006, that still doesn't sound right. But anyway, the math doesn't add up there. But it's supposedly going to be an anniversary edition, but it is going to be a remake. The announcement is supposedly happening between March and April. So that could happen tomorrow. It could happen at the end of April. All I know is that it is highly rumored that it is going to be announced within the next few to 4 weeks. And it's even farther rumored that it's going to release, either be a shadow drop or before June. So I don't know what this means. I don't know if it's going to be a shadow drop. Play today, play tomorrow, play next week, play Friday, do whatever. I don't know if it is, hey, this is our June game. I don't know if, hey, this is another game in May alongside Doom, right? I don't know what that entails, but what I will say is Xbox, they like their shadow drops. They like their shadow drops, and honestly, we like the shadow drops too. So if that is a possibility, oh boy, the world's going to go on fire that day, because people love Oblivion. People want Oblivion. People want this remake. And if you just say, hey, here it is, and with the information we have, this is the game we have, and you can play right now, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It is going to be monumental. So let's get into some more of the information that we have about the actual game itself. So this is going to be a full remake on Unreal Engine 5, but it is still running on the Creation Engine. I think this makes sense, but also this is really cool because obviously the Creation Engine is what all Bethesda RPGs are built on, right? It's what Starfield is built on. It's what Skyrim was built on. It's what Fallout is built on. And I think for the RPG that Oblivion is, for the type of RPG that they make, you kind of have to use the Creation Engine. Now, obviously, there's a lot of questions with the Elder Scrolls 6 in the future. What will their new upcoming games run on? Because people do think the Creation Engine is dated. It is getting old. But we are talking about a dated game here. We are talking about a 2006 game. So you don't want to completely change what the game is built on. But if you want to make it look pretty, you can build it on Unreal Engine 5, but still use the Creation Engine to run the game. Makes a lot of sense to me. Unreal Engine 5 is beautiful. There's been a lot of problems with performance when it comes to a lot of Unreal Engine 5 games. But if you're not necessarily fully running Unreal Engine 5 and you're just making it to spice up the look or make it look pretty, honestly, that might actually work. That might actually work well. Now, I'm not exactly sure how engines and all that work, so, I don't know the whole technical side of it of what the physical periods rather than the internal, like, running, whatever you want to call the engines works. But I think this actually sounds pretty interesting, and I'd be very curious to see how it works. Now, they did say that the fluidity of this game will be more like Skyrim rather than Starfield/Fallout. However, they did say that graphically, this game looks better than both. They say it is very similar to what we are getting with the Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta remake. So you're telling me we're getting those kind of visuals with Oblivion. Now, keep in mind, this is just information. This isn't confirmed. This isn't announced by Bethesda. This isn't anything. This is rumors. This is speculation. This is what we have been seeing in terms of reports and inside sources. But that's insane. That's insane to me. And I am all for that. I hope to God this is true because, oh man, it's going to be a great day. It is going to be a great day if this is true. They did say that there is some cut content, or they did say that some cut content has been restored and added to the game. All expansions and DLCs will be included. The game is priced at $80, which is a little interesting, but if you are getting everything within the whole game and it is a full-on remake, honestly kind of makes sense. There is going to be no pre-order bonuses. The deluxe edition includes an art book, soundtrack, and two sets of inspired Morrowind and Skyrim. I don't know what that means. And there will be no mod support planned due to the Unreal Engine 5, just integration. But what they did say is that this remake is not just a, hey, let's make it look pretty. There is refined controls. There is refined gameplay. There is refined movement and all this stuff. And when you really start to think about it, this might be a full-blown Oblivion remake. I know it's really easy to be like, oh yeah, a remake, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Just update it a little bit. Or it's really easy to say, oh yeah, it's just a heavy remaster. No. We might be getting like Metal Gear Delta remake. We might be getting like, I don't even know what else to think of, because we don't get huge remakes like this on just such a like shoulder rub note, right? Like, obviously, if Final Fantasy VII Remake, now granted, nothing has ever been able to live up to the what kind of remake standard that Final Fantasy VII has done. But with Metal Gear Solid Delta, that game was announced like 3 years ago at this rate, and we're just now getting it. It has been a huge lead up. It has been a lot of marketing. It has been a lot of hype. Whereas this game, they're just like, hey, we might shadow drop it. It might just be a shadow drop. But it sounds like a full-blown remake. And you just have to ask, why? Why is this happening? And to be honest with you, it's just because Xbox can. They have Game Pass. They have multiple hardware. They have a future that is completely different than every other company. They have a multitude of studios. This game might not even be being worked on by a first-party studio. It might be a third-party or second-party collaboration. Who knows? The fact that Xbox can do this and it makes complete sense kind of shows you how crazy their lineup can actually be. I'm not saying it is goated, but it is pretty good right now. But this is so exciting. No matter if all this is true, all these details are crystal clear. Just the fact that we may be getting an Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remake is so exciting. Just the idea that I'll be able to play an updated modern version of Oblivion is so exciting. It may not be to the level of Metal Gear Delta. It may not be to the level of Final Fantasy. It may not be to the level of even Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. But whatever it is, if I can play Oblivion in 2025 and it doesn't feel like a 2006 game, I'm all for it. That's the bottom line. And what's even better is you best believe this game is going to launch into Game Pass. So that is insane. I'm just so excited. I hope this is true. I really do. Not only for me, but also for RPG fans, for Elder Scrolls fans, for Bethesda fans, everybody who has been waiting a long time for anything other than Starfield, like another Fallout, like another Elder Scrolls, like the people who have had to endure 10 different re-releases of Skyrim. This is huge. One of the all-time greats coming back. And we'll have to see. We'll have to see, and supposedly we are going to see within the next few weeks. I'll keep you all updated, and you best believe we're going to do a reaction to the trailer when that happens. But thank you all so much for watching. Leave a comment in the section down below. What do you think? Do you think this is true? What do you want to see out of the remake? I'd love to talk. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Johnny Mir out. Peace.